Hello, I'm Phoenix. I use they, them pronouns.
And I'm Eve. I use any pronouns.
And this is Talkin in the Tavern. We're back. Another month. It's April.
Yes.
It is April.
It is April.
Yes, this is the April. Gosh.
Yeah. This is April.
It's because we're already quite far into April. Spoilers when we're recording this.
Somehow.
So I've
really
totally lost track of. I almost convinced myself for a second there that we were being really advanced and recording May, but
God.
no, this is April.
I'm too hyper aware of what day it is. At
That's
the current
fair.
moment. So
Yeah.
it's the 8th. Oh god. No
Spoilers.
It's the 8th.
I'm recording this a week before it goes live.
Gotcha. So it's up to date though what we're doing. So
That's true.
Change.
That's true.
Yeah. But yeah.
So yeah, this is our classic Talking in the Tavern. Our little monthly roundups.
Yeah.
Because it's fun.
Yeah. We have a great time.
Yeah.
We talk about things.
So
yes.
The first question is, how many books have you read so far this year?
I know you finished a book this morning, which makes me think we're not in the same number anymore.
I think I've slightly overtaken you. But
Fuck. Okay.
Just to be clear, we have been like not
par
neck
on
and neck
par,
because that makes it sound like a race, and we're not racing this year. Because I won last year, so it's fine.
Crushing defeat. Literally like 40, 50 books.
You won the year before, so it's fine.
By one. Nailed it.
Yeah. But we've been like reading like the same number of books pretty consistently so far this year. But I think I have overtaken you slightly because you have deadlines and I do not.
Yeah. Well, I'm on 22.
I'm on 24.
Okay. Not much in it.
No,
also, how dare you?
This is what I'm saying. Like, it's not like I've like shot past you.
Yeah. And to be fair, I'm close to finishing 2 books, so you better watch yourself. You understand?
Okay. Do
not
you
a
want to make
competition.
this a competition?
No, I don't. Because I'm stressed.
So yeah, that's what's that? That's nine books since we last recorded for me.
Yeah, I think 9 books. I think last month I read 8 as of my post that I scheduled this morning. So yeah, pretty good going.
I think I'd only read 7, but I think I've read 2 in April already.
Damn, I don't think I finished.
Or finished 2 in April.
No, yeah. I'm reading chunker books. It's
I mean, one of the ones I finished was our book club book.
Yeah, but that was so good. I mean,
which is why it didn't take me very long to finish.
Yeah.
We will be talking about this.
We will be talking about that. Scrumptious. I did a little.
I am
chef
kind
hands.
of mad at myself because this book came out in 2019 and I only just finished it. I only just read it.
No,
like,
but
come on.
You know what's
6
really
years.
funny?
That's 6 years I could have read this book.
I know, right? What's really funny is I owned this book for a number of years, never read it, got rid of it. And then I no longer have a copy. But I read my library book about it and I was like, oh, holy fuck. I could have had this annotated in my bedroom at all times. Just just a little shrine. No?
Yeah.
Because it's so good.
The things we miss out on, eh?
I know. Things we do. But literally, the next question of what I just finished is our book club book, but I also have another one, unless you...
Yes.
But I know you finished a book this morning, so
I finished a book last night. Well, it was about 10 to midnight, so technically
yesterday. Yeah. Even like at the 1 a.m. hour, I would still count as possibly yesterday.
Look,
you know?
it's not the next day unless I've slept.
Mm-hmm. You know,
that's how that works, right?
Yeah, of course.
So I definitely because I've been like tracking my reading this year, which I haven't done before, like tracking how many pages I've read every day.
Oh damn! Okay.
And I am on I think today is day 99 of the streak.
Shit. Good for you.
Of having read a little bit every day, but
nice.
if I finished reading a bit at like midnight and hadn't recorded an amount the previous day, I would still count it for the previous day because most of that reading happened before midnight. You know what I mean?
It's in the period of time, so you started,
exactly
in that day. So
yeah.
But also you could count the pages for the following day if you wanted to.
Yeah, sometimes I do both. Sometimes I'm like, what time is it? Oh, it's 5 to midnight. I'll quickly put in a page count and then keep reading and then put in another page count after midnight and then that's fine.
The streak continues.
Which is why I've technically already read today because I read some stuff after midnight last night.
Very good. I don't know if I can do page streaks. I freak myself out and I'm like, oh shit, I haven't read today.
See, I was worried I was going to be like that, but then I realised that I read when I get into bed every night anyway.
Fair.
So it's never... And because I'm an old person. I get into bed at like 10 o'clock at the latest. Right? Most of the time I'm in bed before 10. So I'm not worried that I'm going to be like not getting to bed until after midnight. So it's like I can just get in bed, read a little bit. I don't have to read a lot. But if I just like read a bit, then that's it. Bam. Done.
Nice.
I've read some that day. So it doesn't even need me to be like, I need to make sure I've sat down and read today because I know that at the end of the day I will.
You're going to, yeah.
Yeah, that helps.
See, I wish I struggle with reading at night because I get like my eye droopies.
But that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because that means you're ready to sleep.
But that's
so that's when what you do is you put the book aside and you fall asleep.
But the Hermitcraft video calls me in the night.
At
the moment, I'm making my way through the Hermitcraft videos one by one at night time, which isn't great for my sleep schedule.
Very bad for your sleep schedule. Yeah.
I'm watching Good Times with Scar, and it's helping.
Just think, I guess, once you're past your deadlines, you can watch those during the day and read at night.
God forbid.
And then your sleep will be better.
Oh. No, I'll just become like nocturnal. For a little bit, it'll be fine. I must watch my Minecraft videos.
That's the correct approach, definitely.
Exactly.
So wait, sorry, this is a total tangent.
Yeah.
Do you wear headphones in bed?
Not really. Sometimes.
You just like use your phone speaker or whatever.
If it's late at night, I'll pop a headphone in. Because I can't stand over the headphones, so I wear earphones.
Yeah. Not in bed.
No. I can't stand headphones anyway. I don't know. It's something about how they go over my head.
I like the over-ear ones for like all the rest of the time because I'm paranoid that the in-ear ones will fall out.
Really?
Especially, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Especially since I got like
these will not come out of my ears.
Buds, the ones that aren't like wired.
Yeah.
And I was like, if that falls out, there's no like cable holding it to me. It's just gonna go.
I've got
and
wired
especially when I'm like,
in.
if I'm like doing the dishes, I don't want that falling in the dishwater. You know what I mean?
Yeah. See, I have wireless headphones for everything else apart from like using my my PC, which I wear wired headphones, which people think is weird. But I find it comforting that I'm attached,
like I would think it would be weird to use wireless headphones for on the PC because, and not to sound like some sort of weird pro gamer person, but wireless ones there's always like a little bit of a delay.
Yeah.
And if you're playing a game where the sound kind of matters, you don't want that little bit of a delay.
No, especially like a sound like a rhythm game and stuff.
Yeah.
You don't want that
or
delay.
If you're playing like even like Minecraft, that second can be the difference between you living and dying to a creeper.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. This is also off topic. That HMV are selling Minecraft merch, and I bought a couple of things yesterday. They have good Minecraft merch at the moment.
Oh, I see. That's everywhere it does because of the movie.
It's so good. I bought keychains. I've got a little bow and arrow keychain now. It's great.
Anyway.
We
should probably actually do the talking at the tavern thing. Huh?
Oh. Did we state what book you finished?
No.
I don't think we did. Please tell me what book you finished. Tell me.
So,
I want to know.
Last night I finished a proof copy of a book that doesn't come out. I think it's August. I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see the words on the side of the book, but I'm pretty sure it's August. It's called Aphrodite it's by Phoenicia Rogerson. Now, not last year, 2023, I read Hark by Phylicia Rogerson.
Oh, it's the same person.
It's the same person, and it's the same sort of thing. So Hark was obviously a reimagining of the life of Hercules or Heracles, depending on whether you're Greek or Roman.
Hercules.
Or Hercules if you're one of the muses. But it's like Hark was told through the points of view of like all the people around him. So it was like his brother, his mother, his various lovers, his wife, like all these sorts of people, which was really cool. But I struggled a little bit because there were so many characters, and I was like, this is too much. Aphrodite is the same sort of vibe, but there's way smaller cast, thank fuck.
That's good.
And most of the chapters are from Aphrodite's point of view as well. Yeah. But it's a similar sort of thing of like telling the story of Aphrodite. It's not like uber accurate to like the myths, but it is very clear that Phylicia Rogerson does know the myths and is like making choices for story reasons that rather than because she thinks that's how it's actually gone. But it's I loved it. It's really funny.
Yay! Okay.
The prose and the dialogue and stuff is all very modern, which I think throws some people off because they're like, it should sound like their ancient Greek, and I'm like, no,
that's a whole other language.
So I can understand why some people that can like throw you off, but I really enjoyed it. It's really good fun, and I would definitely recommend reading it when it comes out in August if you're not somebody who can get a copy advanced. Sorry.
Sucks to suck.
It truly does.
That sounds fun.
No, it was really cool. And also, like, pardon me, I read, what was the other book I read? I think it was House of Odysseus by Claire North.
Oh, yeah.
Right, which was the second book in a series.
Yeah.
I think the first one's Ithaca.
Oh,
and then there's House of Odysseus and the Song of Penelope. And each of those, they're the stories of Penelope and Odysseus. And like what's going on in their lives while Odysseus is like on his fucking way home voyage, that takes 10 years, blah blah blah. But each of them is told from the perspective of a deity. So the first one I think is mostly Hera. And House of Odysseus was all told from Aphrodite's point of view, and it was also really fun and really funny.
That's cool. Okay.
And I'm really enjoying basically this like little uptick in like what does Aphrodite actually think about all these things? Because every time Aphrodite's portrayed in anything, she's portrayed in very much the same way of being like a bit of a bimbo. Right? Yeah. And I love getting her point of view because consistently authors are like, what if she's just pretending to be a bimbo, but is actually really clever and just knows that she can manipulate people by making them think she's dumb?
Yeah. Which is smart.
Really fun. It's really fun and really smart. And it's given me a new appreciation.
I don't think I've read many books about her, to be honest.
No, because there aren't many books about her.
No.
Everybody focuses on like Athena and Artemis, and I don't have a problem with that. Or actually, more often, it's the men.
Yeah. We've got enough Zeus books.
But it's nice to be like, here's Aphrodite.
Yeah.
In her own words as well, as it were. Which is it was very fun. I can definitely recommend it. And I am a sucker for a Greek mythological retelling, so
I always want to read more of them.
There's so many.
Yeah. Because one of my main goals this summer is to read the sequel series for Percy Jackson, and that hopefully will lead me into Greek retellings and stuff, because I've never actually finished the sequel series.
So I've read the original Percy Jackson books.
Yeah.
And I've read the Heroes of Olympus ones. Mm-hmm. I've never read the Trials of Apollo ones.
I read the first one.
The third series.
I read the first one, really liked it, but I think I lost out on a lot because obviously I hadn't read.
Yeah, and I think that's where all of the gay shit happens. So I really do need to read them.
Because it's Apollo just fucking around with some of his kids as well, like just having a good time, not the sexy way.
Yeah, no.
I just heard myself.
It's like you got to be careful saying fucking around in the context of Greek gods, because
they're just having a fun bonding experience. They're having anyway, and then a bunch of hijinks happens, and then I don't remember. It's like there's some gay shit, but it's like where the main gay shit happens, and I need to continue on.
And I
know there's like 4 or 5.
I've read the first of the new ones that are like Percy and Annabeth and Grover when they're a bit older, and I have the second one on my shelf to read as well, and I enjoyed that, but I was like, I'm missing a bit in between that I do need to read. Like,
I've seen the angsty edits on TikTok, but I need to read the words. Like, I haven't read Nico's book.
Have they put out? No, the Sun and the Star or whatever.
Yeah, I haven't read that. I own it. It's behind me.
I don't, because I was like, I should probably read Trials of Apollo before this.
Actually, do I own it? No, I don't. It's not there. Never mind. Oh. It's not my Percy Jackson self. I thought I owned it.
You lied. Can't believe you lied.
I can't believe I lied to myself.
Also, I just realised that also, of course, season 2 of Percy Jackson.
Season 2 coming out soon.
That comes out in December.
Yep. December feels strange point for it.
Well, the first season came out in December as well.
Did it? Oh.
Yeah.
I always assumed it was like a summer release. It feels like a summer release, you know? Because
camp. Yeah. Weird timing, but that's when it happened.
It works. I'm still excited. First season 1 was okay, but you know.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
That's where I'm at. I'm like, yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, it's little Annabeth. It's gonna be sad.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yes. what have you read recently?
I haven't read a lot, to be honest with you. I'm in the middle of like 5 books at the current moment, but I did manage to pick up a graphic novel at the end of last month, which is the Welcome to the Sad Ghost Club, a club for anyone who's ever felt sad or lost. Oh no, it's A Hopeful Guide for Getting Through Bad Days. Sorry, I was reading the thing.
You were reading the blurb, yeah.
Yep, sure was. And it's really cute because it's the divergent from like the main graphic novel series as a kind of like self-help kind of book. Kind of like guide of how like mental health works and like gives you tips and stuff. Like a lot of this stuff I already knew about because of therapy. But because of extensive
that old chestnut.
I was like, oh, I know this information already. I'm acing the exam. Can't wait. But it's done in such a really sweet way because it's done in the style of the like main graphic novel series. So it's all illustrated, and it's got like some little like interaction between I think Socks and I think another one, but I can't remember which one it was. Chatting you through like some tips and stuff. I just thought it was really, really sweet.
Yeah,
it was really cute, and it was great while being stressed. It was fantastic. I thoroughly enjoy it. I think great, fantastic mental health stuff. They just do. Lies Medics just does amazing stuff with mental health. Like, holy crap, well done. I love it. 10 out of 10. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's so important.
Yeah. Especially like graphic novel format because it's so accessible. I love it. And it's so easy to read.
Yeah.
It's great.
And also it's like, I feel like a lot of teenagers, if they're in a bookshop or they're given a gift of a book that's like the teen's guide to not being insane or whatever, there's all of the like no teenager is going to be like, oh yay, let me read this. Whereas something like the Sad Ghost Club, it's like
so cute.
It's mental health in disguise.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
And so I feel like you can read it without feeling like you're being like judged for reading like a self-help book or anything like that.
Exactly. Because you're reading images and it's a lot of people like, especially teenagers are really big into manga at the moment. Graphic novels are just a perfect like side by side to a bunch of reading. I just think it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Really well comic strip illustration style. Love it. It's so sweet. And those fucking books are like, get through high school, here's some 10 tips. No.
Yeah.
Boo. Awful. Read them. Awful. They're not good. They're like, be cool. How do I be cool? Awful. But yeah, fantastic stuff. What are you currently reading? Going straight off of that.
So this is the one that I started last night.
Yeah.
It's by this little known author you might not have heard of called V. Schwab.
Ooh, you're reading a V. Schwab book?
I'm reading a not yet out V. Schwab book.
You know fucking. Wait, did you get an arc for it?
I got a proof of Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by V. Schwab.
Can I pay you real cash dollars?
You can have it when I'm done.
You can have my sass for the month. Yes, please. You have to let me know.
Yeah, this came into the bookshop, and I was like, "Yoink!" I was like, I could leave this because I knew you would want to read it, but I was also like, I want to read it.
Yeah, no, absolutely read it.
So I yoinked.
Fuck yeah. Tell me all your thoughts when you're done. Holy shit.
It's about lesbian vampires, I think. That's the extent of my knowledge of it.
I know they get angsty at one point. I'm trying not to know too much about it.
Yeah.
Because
helpfully the blurb is not very clear about what actually happens, which is always nice.
All I know is lesbians who love each other but also hate each other.
Oh, well, I assumed as much.
Toxic lesbian vampires.
I was going to say, with the book, there was a tote that says Toxic Lesbian Vampires on it. And I was like, yes, please.
That's real good.
You're not getting that. That's
fair.
With me.
No,
but you can borrow the book when I'm done.
Fine, I will do.
So yeah, this comes out in June.
Yeah.
And
that's so exciting.
I was like, sure, I'll read that.
So
I am 40 pages in, because I started reading it about midnight yesterday.
Is it good so far?
It is good so far.
Good.
Yeah,
okay, great.
I'm enjoying it. It should be interesting.
My only ever worry for V.E. Schwab books is I won't like her writing, because her writing changes depending on like the story.
Right.
And so, because like the Shades of Magic series I really enjoyed, but the like one I was reading like a couple months ago, I can't remember what it's called, Vicious. I really hate how she writes it, so I'm hoping it's a similar writing style to Shades of Magic, because that's a really good one.
Well, this is the first V.E. Schwab book I've ever read, so I could not tell you.
That's exciting.
This is baby's first V.E. Schwab.
Baby's first V.E. Schwab. Yay! She's such a nice lady.
But yeah, I was like, I keep meaning to pick up her books, and I was like, well, this is an opportunity to pick up one of her books before everybody else can.
Exactly, and shove it over their faces. Damn, that's
sorry.
Good job.
I noticed on the community tab on Storygraph that you liked.
Did I?
That I'd started reading that. So I thought you knew, but I guess not.
I must have just seen V.E. Schwab and just continued.
Yeah, I don't think you were really registering what it was. Because I unironically, I ummed and ahed about tracking it on Storygraph, because I was like, I might not tell you until we start recording, and then be like, surprise! But then I was like, it'll be fine, we're recording first thing in the morning. But then I saw you'd liked it, I was like, oh, there goes my surprise. But I guess you just didn't actually register it.
Yeah. Because I saw, on my feed, I've got like a big update from both you and Breeze, so I was probably going through them all.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't pay that much attention. I literally like every post that comes up that isn't me.
Oh, same.
So.
Yeah. Sometimes I like my own posts just to feel seen. You know, because my mother doesn't like my posts on Storygraph, but I like hers.
I'm sorry.
My mother has a
Your mother's on Storygraph?
I made her set one up.
Why was I not informed?
Oh, you will be getting a link with her Storygraph.
Thank you very much.
It's so sweet. She doesn't know how to rate yet properly, so it's like, another book with no rating on it. Stunning.
Fair enough. So yes, that's what I'm currently reading.
Mm-hmm.
If we'd recorded this yesterday, this would have been my upcoming read. But here we are. Because here's the thing, right? to backtrack a little bit, I had like 150 pages left of Aphrodite.
Oh, right, okay.
I wrote my notes initially about like 7 o'clock last night.
Nice.
I was like, I'm going to be prepared. And then I got into bed and I was like, I'm probably not going to finish Aphrodite tonight. And then I did.
Nice. Perfect.
Because I thought I still had loads left, but I had less. Well, no, there was loads. It just took me less time than I thought it would. Yeah. So, yeah.
Good book, though. That sounds fun.
Yeah. It's... My only issue with it is that the font is quite small. Because it's quite a small format proof, and it's like 550 pages, so the font is quite small.
I think text in books should be a lot larger than it is. Just in general, I think we should have like a larger font size, because I up my font size on literally everything else. So
yeah, I just it would be nice.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah. Yes.
What about you? What's your current? I mean, one of your current reads, because I know you're reading like 5.
I'm reading like 5 books, but I'm going to talk about one because I just realised I only wrote down one, which is Dragonfly Falling by Tchaikovsky. Yeah. I am 150 pages from the end.
Yep.
And
so
I have
everything
so
has
many
really
thoughts.
kicked off. Yep.
And I'm so angry at myself for getting to this point and having minimal time to read it. But you know what? I'm having to go somewhere later where I have to drive in the car and I have the audiobook and I am prepared.
Oh boy.
I am loving where it is going. Totho can die of fiery death.
I'm so... Because, okay...
But
when that started to happen with Totho, I was like, oh, really?
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh wait, this actually works really well because you're meant to not like him. Yeah. You're not meant to like it. That's the whole point. You're meant to be like, oh, but also it makes so much sense for him as a character.
Yeah.
You're like, actually, this is 100% what he would do.
This arc is going to be so interesting.
Because sometimes I'm trying to talk about this without spoiling what it is that we're talking. But sometimes that sort of thing happens and you're like, that character wouldn't do that. You've just written this because you wanted to write that like arc.
Yeah.
But in this case, it's like, oh, this totally makes sense.
Totally worked for him. I guess we can kind of say because he's kind of like he's almost like a pick-me.
He's an incel.
He's an incel. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you. He's an incel, and he wants this other character really, really badly. Who's the sweetest angel in the world, and I love her. And I wish I got more of her.
She's just like, we're like best buds.
We're best buds.
You're like
You're
a brother,
my brother
to me.
I love you so much. We're making hot tacos later.
And he very much wants more, and she does not.
No, and he's so creepy about it.
And he's super incelly about it.
Super
and
incelly.
The really terrifying thing for me is that that book I think originally came out in like 2009.
Really?
Yeah. So it's like very much pre-incels being like a big thing.
Yeah.
And yet he's absolutely fucking nailed an incel.
He's absolutely...
That's an incel.
I had to explain to my parents what an incel was the other day. Because they didn't know what it was. Because
I bet that was a fun conversation.
They started watching that TV show with the kid.
Oh, Adolescence.
Yeah, I'm not going to watch it.
No, I have no interest.
Yeah, I have no interest, but I can appreciate it.
I never really care about that sort of like TV drama thing.
Me neither.
It's never my thing.
No.
No.
But Adrian Tchaikovsky just did such a good arc for this character to become an incel.
It's brilliant.
And it's so good. And I love the conversations having with other characters about it, and them just being like, what the fuck? Stop. Especially Salma. Salma is... I love him.
Oh, Salma really has an arc this book as well.
Yeah.
Like, Salma in book 1, I already liked him in book 1. Mm-hmm. But in this book, he's off doing a thing, and I'm like, this is actually fantastic,
doing
Salma.
Stuff
like,
he wants to do, and
Big
fan of how he's, like, using his situation.
Yeah.
Especially in the later half of the book. He's doing it so well. He's being very tactful about it.
I also really, really enjoyed. I really enjoyed the siege
The Siege is very fun.
Of Collegium, right? Like, it's just...
it made me actually, like, tear up at one point.
100%. But also, I'm such a sucker for, like, what if you put a bunch of inventors in a city and then told them they had to defend that city? And they're all just like, wait, guys, I have an insane idea.
I'm going to invent the fucking jetpack, okay?
And a submarine? Yeah! One of them invents a submarine?
Low-key, though, I was kind of like...
It's so depressing, though.
It's so depressing. I really like Nero, though. I think Nero's becoming a favourite.
Oh, Nero's fun.
I fucking
See, in
love
the audiobooks, the voice that Nero gets...
It's so good!
It works so well.
So I love that it is different narrator from Cage of Souls, but I didn't think it was. So I'm kind of glad. But I'm universally grateful that Adrian Tchaikovsky keeps including Irish people.
I don't think that was him. I think that was entirely on the narrator.
And I really appreciate the mantises being Irish.
I think the narrator's so fantastic.
He's done so such excellent. A good... Like, usually when, like, narrators do, like, girl voice and they're male, they just go really high.
Yeah, it's really bad, yeah.
But he actually does a good one for, like, Che and Tunisia.
Yeah.
I'm actually quite, like, damn, good for you.
Yeah.
Good on you.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
I'm liking it a lot. So, that'll get finished some point this month.
Yeah.
I might just blast through it at some point when I have a little bit of time. And eventually destroy myself, because holy shit,
I really need to finish the terrible Star Wars audio drama I'm listening to so that I can
Are you still
start
on that
listening
one?
to the third.
Is it still the previous one? Yeah.
Because once I finish that, I can move on to book 3 of Adrian Tchaikovsky. And then...
I ordered it so far in advance because I got like 200 pages in. I was like, ooh, I like this a lot.
I'm loving the series as a whole.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So good. But that's what I'm reading currently.
Yeah. So, up next. Yes.
Many things.
Oh, so many things.
I have plans.
I've got
eventually.
A lot of books to get to.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
The one that I am particularly that I picked up recently that I'm like about is The Tainted Cup by Robert Jackson Bennett.
Yes, I want to read that too.
Robert Jackson Bennett of what's it called? Foundryside.
Yes,
that's the word I was looking for.
Yes,
I've still got the third book of that to read as well. But The Tainted Cup is like fantasy mystery.
Mm-hmm. And the second book just came out for that.
Yes. Yeah.
Which is also very exciting. Sorry, continue.
It's like a fantasy murder mystery thing, I think.
Yeah.
And I was like, this sounds incredible. And also I know I like his writing, so
yeah.
And also I'm loving the cover.
The cover.
It's got mushrooms on it.
Mm-hmm. I'm sucker for mushrooms.
there's a bad other cover.
Oh no.
Is
it the fucking American one? Because the American ones for his books are horrific. Which is
to be fair, the UK covers for the Foundryside ones are also bad.
Yeah. But like, they did them dirty.
Look, there you go. I've sent it in the Discord.
I've seen that one. Yeah. I don't get the vine thing. Or just like the moss.
No.
Because it doesn't look like the book's full.
No. I'm not sold on it. But anyway,
cropped it weirdly.
Yeah, I like the UK cover for it.
Yeah,
and I am looking forward to reading it.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Very nice. I added that to my to read pile like ages ago. So, but I still have to read the Foundryside sequel.
Yeah, I need to read
the
third one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've had the third one on my up next on Storygraph for ages, but I keep being like, I'm not sure that I'm quite in the right, mind space for it. So I just need to get around to it.
It'll be on my summer reading list, most definitely, but probably far back within it.
Yeah, I can't pre-plan what I'm gonna read when.
Oh God, no.
Not at all. I don't understand people who could be like, these are the books I'm going to read this month. I'm like, no.
Yeah, no. I'm such mood readery crap going on in my brain because I cannot plan a single thing. Otherwise,
I need to like finish a book and then sit in front of my bookshelf and be like, who's next?
No, I cannot do that. If I get to that point, I will not read for like 2 weeks.
I can't not read, so.
If I have, that's why I have like 3-4 things on the go. Is so I'm always on something.
Oh, yeah, see, no, I've tried that. It just never goes well. All that happens is I end up just not reading a book and reading like 7 other books and leaving one of them to the side for like 2 months.
Yeah, that's what happened with Star Wars.
I hate doing that. That's different because that's an audiobook. I'm not always in the mood to listen to an audiobook.
No, my Star Wars read.
Oh, your Star Wars read.
I had to put her down because I was like, holy shit, it's been 2 months. And I haven't finished it.
This is what I'm trying to avoid, is like that happening. So I try to just read like one physical book and one audiobook at a time. And then if I'm not, if the physical book is not working for me, and it's really not working for me, I DNF it. Mm-hmm. And otherwise I'm like, I just need to just keep reading it. I just need to power through it and then I can move on to something else. But I know that if I start reading other things at the same time, then the book that I'm not getting is just going to sit on my fucking pile and not get touched. And that just feels bad. So
see, I try and do like, I don't know if this is technically a system I use, but I try and do like one huge book that I'll get through in like a couple weeks and then some like smaller ones around it. So I don't feel as bad because it'll take me longer to get through. Because that's what I'm currently doing with Dragonfly Falling. Is I'm currently during the time that I've read that, I read a couple graphic novels and started rereading the Sam of the Wild Built series.
Oh yeah.
So I still feel like I'm making progress, but I don't know if that's just me coping or
Well, that's why I started listening to those as audiobooks, because I was like, if I just read them physically, it's going to take me ages. But I want to read them, but I want to be able to read other stuff at the same time. So I was like, I'm going to listen to that whole series as audiobooks. Smart. Because I like the narrator, and also then I can be reading other stuff at the same time. Because if it's going to take me ages either way, then I might as well just enjoy the audiobook of it.
That's fair. The audiobook is really good.
Yeah.
I might have to continue with audiobooks. More credits. Give me more credits.
I know.
Did you say what your up next was? It was Tainted Cup. Okay.
Tainted Cup. Yeah. Yes, so what's yours?
I have 3 potentials and one I technically started this morning.
Sorry, what was that noise?
I'm in squat like gremlin position, so that's what's happening right now. Making the gremlin sizes. Because what I'm reading next has accidentally become what I'm currently reading, because I started it this morning, which is the Judge Dredd comic books. Because I watched the movie for the first time, the like remake. So it's got like the guy from...
Which one? Are there not like a bajillion?
The one with the boys actor in it.
Oh, Carl Urban.
Yeah, I watched that one for the first time and fucking loved it. So I was like, oh, there's the graphic novels were at my local library, so I got the first 2 volumes. So I'm making my way through the first one. As of this morning, I'm 10 pages in. Nothing's really happened apart from this guy's died. So it's kind of perfect. They're very fun. 22nd century crime mega city. I just love kind of like cyberpunk stuff, especially like, or like just not necessarily cyberpunk, but like sci-fi graphic novels. I find them very fun. So that's technically what I'm reading next, but reading right now. I'm also gonna after I finish Dragonfly Falling, I'm going straight into Faithbreaker. Just to get a head start,
I'm going to read that soon as well, but I wanted to wait until after we've recorded...
That's fair.
A Memory Called Empire, because otherwise I'll get confused.
Yeah, fair.
But that was one of the books I picked up yesterday.
Perfect.
Was Faithbreaker.
I got a hold on from my library, so I was like...
Because this is the finale, Faithbreaker.
This is the finale, which I'm very excited to read.
This is the last one.
I'm very, very excited. The plan is to get around to it at least, hopefully, end of next week. Oh, maybe. But yeah, no, it'll be really fun. If you're interested, we have 2 episodes on the first and second one.
We did Godkiller and Sunbringer.
Yeah, Sunbringer is definitely better. But
Sunbringer was an improvement.
Pretty good still. It's a really cool concept.
Yeah,
like
they're great. Go listen to our episodes of them.
Fantastic. Hannah Kaner is just very, very cool in writing. I like it a lot.
Yeah. And I think this one's slightly longer again as well.
Yeah, I think it's like 500 or something like that, or close to.
I think it's like 400.
Okay.
But I think book 1 was like 300 pages.
Getting slightly...
And then the second book was like 380, and I think this one's about 400 and something. So
nice. And they're really consistent, like, putting out the content. I really appreciate it, Hannah. But yeah, that's what I'm planning to read right now. I also have a big summer reading list that I've curated for myself. As after the 22nd, I'm going to go feral, I think, on my summer reading list. I'm ever hopeful, because I'll have time. I have so much stuff on there, from like Percy Jackson to other stuff. Interview with the Vampire series I want to get around to. Yeah, all that good stuff. Yeah.
Great.
Fantastic.
So, you said you had a little rant.
I do. And it's something I learned about this morning.
Okay.
I might send you
That's the best kind of little rant.
Yeah, because it was, I've just woken up, let me go on TikTok for 5 minutes so I can wake myself up. Yeah. And went, oh, holy shit, is this real? And looked at it, and it was. So, we all know there has been a funky new release in the wild at the moment. That is the new Hunger Games book. Woohoo. I will get around to it at some point. I don't care too much, but I know a lot about the new book. Yeah. Hunger Games never did it for me as a kid, but like I can appreciate it. I like the movie.
I read the first 3.
Yeah.
And I watched the movies. I don't even think I've ever seen the last movie, actually, now that I think about it. But I know what happens because I read the book. But I've never read the ballad one or watched that movie. I don't think I'm likely to be honest with you.
I watched
I just don't really care.
I didn't read the book of Ballad, but I got really pissed off with it. Internet girlies being like, "Oh, he's so hot." That's a murderer.
Yeah,
that's a murderer. But anyway, there has been, because the new book and the new movie's just been announced, so there's going to be a lot of press around it. So there's been a collab with Shein.
Oh,
Hunger Games X Shein, and it's pissing me off. Because it kind of goes against everything that the book really stands for.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a collab that's straight out of my nightmares. It is so ironic that they did a collab between a fast fashion conglomerate and a book that criticises capitalism.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they did it. The merch itself is just prints on t-shirts that look horrendously bad and that people could do themselves.
I was going to say, this is like the sort of thing that you would find like just about anywhere.
Yeah. Like, I could see that at like Primark or something. Just do it with a different company. Why the fuck
or like
did you do
in like in a Georgia Asda, you know?
Absolutely George would do it. Absolutely. But like, this shit is so boring to look at, for one.
Yeah.
But also, Are we over Shein? Are we not over Shein? Are we still doing this? What? Just go.
I think Shein is still
shops.
a thing, unfortunately.
Go to charity shops and just buy clothes from there. Stop buying from fucking Shein. And there was a press release about it, and I kind of want to just read the press release, some of it anyway, because it sounds so AI generated. It really pisses me off. I'm going to read a little bit. The collection includes bold apparel and accessories for both women and men, including elements that inspired the iconic franchise, from Capitol Chic to District Daring. These extraordinary pieces let fans rebel against the ordinary. What?
Wow.
What are they rebelling against? What? You're. I thought we were over this. I thought we were done because using people to make these pieces, it's honestly disgusting.
I'm on the Shein X Hunger Games website.
Yep, it's an interesting one. Yeah.
I'm just going to read some of the taglines here. So we've got get ready to rebel against ordinary and embrace extraordinary. We've got the style games have begun. May the style be ever in your favour. Make every look a statement. Unleash the fire within.
Unleash the fire within. Burn the sheen to the ground.
I'm looking. It's literally like, this is the sort of shit you could get very easily, literally anywhere.
Yeah. I make it yourself.
This is also, so firstly, I'm seeing that a lot of actual Hunger Games fans are annoyed about this.
Yeah, which I'm glad.
But
I'm glad.
I will also say that infamously, Hunger Games fans are really bad at picking up on the message of the Hunger Games.
Yeah. Which makes me think there's going to be a lot of people being like, "Ooh, I can't wait," and buying a ton of it.
Yeah, that's what worries me as well. Yeah. Like, the Hunger Games has never been subtle, right? Like, the messaging is not subtle. It's very, very overt about what it's about.
Exactly.
But there's so many people that just
don't get it.
Don't care. And I think what makes it worse is the movie marketing.
Yes.
Right? Because I don't think Suzanne Collins has anything to do with the movie marketing. She sells the movie rights. I think that's it. But like, they've always done stuff like this, right? Like, this is particularly bad, but there's always been like Hunger Games makeup palettes.
Yeah. Oh my god.
All this sort of stuff. So it's always been very commodified, and it's like, I feel like, because the whole thing of the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes was supposed to be that it was like, she was like, it was like a parody almost of the like YA romance thing.
Yeah. Because
the whole point was that one of the two people involved is, you know, a dictator.
Notorious dictator.
An authoritarian dictator. And, you know, that's the whole point, is that she's kind of being like, if you've been reading the Hunger Games because it's like YA romance sort of, then you're wrong. You're missing the point.
You're missing the point. This is not what it's about.
And yet people read The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes and watched the movie and went, oh, this is cute romance.
I love them so much. No.
And people just did not get it.
No.
And I feel like she's probably tried to do the same thing again with the new one. And I feel like probably people are going to do exactly the same thing again with it.
Yep.
And
that is
just be like, oh, it's cutesy again, yay.
Yeah, that's what criticism I have of the fucking movie franchise. Like, I think the movies are objectively quite good. I watch them. I quite like them. But the idea that you can release a book and in the same week of that book releasing, get that movie being made into a book being made into a movie instantly, makes me go a little bit like, oh. Because it criticises capitalism and yet it kind of feeds into it a little bit. But, you know, I don't know. This kind of collab has just really grinded my gears.
Yeah.
And made me feel really icky about it. So.
Yeah. No, it is really bad.
It's quite horrible. I don't get it. And I 100% bet they used AI for this. Which also is not good. I don't doubt it. Fucking District Daring we are, oh god. Capital Chic. We are the capital in this situation.
God. It's like, do you yeah. It's terrifying in a way.
Yeah.
Sort of related, but not really. This is a much less important issue. But I did see some people complaining about people posting spoilers for the new one.
Yeah.
Because the spoilers in question were things like the fact that Haymitch wins and everybody else dies. And it's like...
What do you mean? Haymitch wins the games? Spoiler?
Of course, because that's... like, you've read the Hunger Games. He's there because he did not die. Like, do you not understand how a prequel works?
Yeah.
That annoyed me, but this annoys me way more.
Yeah. My For You page on every single social media has been like overtaken by it. And it's just a lot of people not getting it at all. And it's just like I don't
celebrating the themes of survival, resilience and revolution.
Does it actually say that?
Yeah. Celebrating the themes of survival, resilience and revolution, the Hunger Games X Sheen collection brings fans a fresh way to showcase their love for the series. Interesting.
Yay.
This is the sort of thing that you you could do that would work as like a joke. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because I seemingly...
This feels like it's a joke, but it's not.
Like, they should have released this April 1st and then went like, haha, not fake.
Yeah. It feels like the sort of thing that you might see on, like, I don't know if you ever watch any clips from, like, John Oliver's show or, like, Stephen Colbert or anything like that. Like, all the, like, late-night talk shows in the US. But this feels like something that one of them would make as, like, a parody joke.
It would be an SNL skit.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And yet here we are and it's actually serious.
Katniss walks out in her district chic and it's a fucking Sheen t-shirt with the pin on it. I'm ready to light that fire.
Jesus.
Kill it.
Yeah.
Burn.
I will... Okay, here's my thing, right?
Yeah.
Suzanne Collins, right? Mm-hmm. I don't doubt that she believes the things that she writes, right? Like, clearly she's writing a capitalism critique.
Yes.
And I suspect she believes that. But also she has the ability to say, actually, no, I don't want them to make movies of this.
Yeah. She can not sell the rights.
So I think I'm like, it's a difficult thing because I know that publishers will push for this sort of stuff, and I'm sure that was probably included in the book deal, and authors gotta live, right? So like, I don't blame her as such, but it is just a bit like, you don't have to give them the movie rights.
Yeah.
Actually.
No.
Because let's face it, Suzanne Collins probably in quite a strong negotiating position when it comes to a publishing deal.
Honestly, yeah.
Like, if a publisher's like, oh, we want you to write a prequel to The Hunger Games, she could be like, okay, but here are my conditions, and they will agree because it's The Hunger Games. They want that book.
Yeah.
So I feel like she could have been like, no movies if you're going to do this sort of marketing.
Yeah.
And yet, here we are. So while she's obviously not involved in the decisions relating from... Because this is Lionsgate, right? This is the studio.
Oh, God, yeah.
And she's not involved in that. I understand that. But she did sell them the rights. And we saw what happened with the original movies. Like, they were all very marketed as well.
Yeah.
So... It's like a little bit. It's just like a little bit like, you have the ability to say no,
you
Suzanne.
You can choose here, Suzanne.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
But like, this is not her fault. I want to make that clear. I'm not blaming her. This is very much Lionsgate. This is very much the studio. That's terrible.
Yeah.
But also I want to make clear that it's not like she had no ability to say no. Yeah. She could have said, actually, I don't want them to make a movie of this because I know it'll be really commodified and that's entirely not the point of my books. And yet, here we are. So,
this is the position we find ourselves within. Yes. Capitalism.
Yeah. Capitalism.
Stunning. But, anyway, I think we have... I think we've made it. I think we've made it. Another stunning episode by us. I think we. If another stunning, I'm putting on my capital chic. Thank you.
I see. We're just going straight to self-congratulation now, are we?
We are truly the best.
Nobody's done a podcast as good as this ever.
No one's done anything like
That's why we have like 2 listeners.
Exactly. Thank you. But
thanks, Eve's mum.
Thanks, Mum. What's for tea? But you can join us next month where we are. Well, this month. Sorry. This month we're reading A Memory Called Empire by Arkady Martine. Which is a fantastic fucking sci-fi book. It's not hard sci-fi, so it's really easy to get through. It's not got super strict rules.
The sci-fi is not like the focus of the book.
No.
It's politics. It's political manoeuvring.
I ate it up. I love it.
It just happens to be set in a sci-fi world. Yeah. That's all.
There just happens to be space. You know?
Yeah. It's fantastic.
Fantastic fucking book. So, you can join us then when we're reading that. And next month we're reading Faithbreaker by Hannah Kaner as well, which we mentioned briefly in this episode. Thank you for joining us here at the Tavern. Phoenix, where can our listeners find you outside the podcast?
You can find me at Beans and Fungi on Blue Sky and Instagram. What about you, Eve?
And you can find me under Cozy Crow with an S and not a Z on Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky and YouTube.
And of course, make sure that you're following the podcast itself on Instagram at Hearth and Tome Pod, Blue Sky at Hearth and Tome, TikTok at hearth.and.tome, and YouTube at hearthandtomepod to get updates about when episodes come out, as well as behind the scenes bits and bobs.
I'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye. The music used within this episode was Wholesome by Kevin MacLeod through incompetech.com. Licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 4.0 license.